A father noticed something strange. His daughter's grave stayed green, and out of curiosity, he installed a hidden camera. What it captured surprised him. 2 years after his daughter Lena passed away, Omar still visited her grave regularly. One day, while placing fresh flowers, he noticed something unusual. The grass around Lena's grave was lush and green, while the rest of the cemetery was dry and brown. It didn't add up. The weather had been rough lately, and none of the other graves looked like that. Omar asked the cemetery staff, but they were just as puzzled. They explained that no grave received any special care or attention. Still confused, Omar decided to set up a small hidden camera nearby to find out what was happening. For several days, the footage showed nothing out of the ordinary, only an empty, quiet graveyard. Then one day, something unexpected appeared on the recording. Hamid reviewed the recordings every single night. Most nights, there was nothing out of the ordinary. The cemetery remained still and silent. But one evening, just as the sun began to set, something unusual occurred. A handful of children slowly came into view on the screen. They appeared frail, dressed in worn-out clothing. One child held a plastic bottle filled with water. Another clutched a little bag, worn from use. Hamid kept watching as they approached Zara's grave. They stayed silent, not uttering a word. Their steps were cautious and gentle. One of them gently poured water onto the soil. The others pulled out tiny tools and carefully trimmed around the edges of the grave. They cleaned the space with such tenderness, as though it was sacred to them. Hamid sat frozen, unable to believe what he was seeing. These children had so little, yet they were tending to his daughter's resting place. They were doing more than what the cemetery staff ever had. The very next morning, Hamid arrived at the cemetery early. He sat quietly on a nearby bench, keeping watch. Eventually, the same children appeared again. They halted in their tracks when they noticed him. Fear showed on their faces. Hamid rose slowly and walked toward them, offering a gentle smile and a soft greeting. First, no one responded. Then, a young girl, perhaps 10 years old, stepped forward. "We knew Zara," she said softly. "She used to help us. She brought us food, gave us clothes, and taught us to read." Tears welled up in Hamid's eyes. He always knew his daughter had a kind heart, but he never imagined the quiet impact she had left behind. She had been helping these children without telling anyone, not even him. That night, Hamid couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about Zara, her compassion, and her legacy. He wanted her kindness to continue, even after her passing. Just a few weeks later, Hamid opened a small shelter for street children. He named it Zara's Light. It offered a place to sleep, fresh clothes, warm meals, and more importantly, books and learning. Hamid visited the shelter every single day. He helped them study. He listened to their stories. He made sure they always felt safe. The very children who once cared for Zara's grave now had a roof over their heads. More children found refuge at the shelter as time passed. The space grew, and so did the love within it. Hamid's sorrow slowly turned into strength. Helping these children made him feel close to Zara. Her kindness didn't fade with her death, continued through every act of love Hamid gave, because her spirit lived on in every life she had touched.